Hello and welcome back to Tales of Berseria, Let's Be Blind with Near Rambler. Right then, since the last video I have tarted up our weapons a little bit in terms of upgrading bits and bobs. Not much really worth looking at, but I also sold a load of stuff and just tidied up our inventory, just so then we can get more stuff and just make things a bit easier for ourselves. With that said and done, let's crack on, we've got things to do. Don't leave me, Dial. Don't worry, Kamoa. I think I caught a glimpse of hell there, but I'll be fine. Oh, let's hope he doesn't die. I'm sorry, that Horn Demon's fighting style is so fluid, it's like he's got no style at all, in fact. Couldn't lay a finger on him. That's probably because you gave your strongest sword over to Rockero, but we'll see. Do you have anything added to say, bud? You think I'm slacking, do you? Kind of dedicated soldier, make a little bob on the side every now and again. Oh. Yeah, you can, but I don't see what's wrong with that, as long as it's not at the expense of others or your duty. Damn, watch yourself, Skipper. That Horn Brute is... No, it couldn't be. He'd never fight like that. Simmer down, Benwick. I'll do what needs doing. The message that told us to come here was in a code known only to the Van Eltier's crew. Why would it lead us into this mess? Ooh, that's interesting. That guy throws one hell of a punch. Skipper, I think that may be the meanest foe we've ever faced. Aye, no mistake. If it'd be worm food right now, if it weren't for Lapiset's healing, well, that is good to know. The fight between Zavid and the Horn Demon moved into the island's interior. Be wary, that demon is hiding something. Of course it is. Ultimate strength! Arr, urgh! Good to see you safe, Skipper. Fool! You're no good to me if you don't watch out for yourself. Oh, piss on you, Idson. I mean, you're absolutely right, but don't be so harsh. They're doing it because they're loyal to you. What you should have said is just take care of yourself first, then take care of me afterwards. Be polite and nice, not a dickhead. Okay, don't need the arcane bottles, that's fine. Right, well that's said and done then. I just want to make sure that it is recording properly. I do apologise, we're just going to quickly take a pause here, check everything's okay, and then we're actually going to go to the island. So bear with me a second, and I shall be back. Okay, everything seems to be recording okay. There's a little bit of stuttering here and there, not quite sure why, but it maybe Steam needs to update or something, in which case, if it does, I shall pause the video once again, let it update, and then we shall move on. But that being said and done, let's crack on. All I've done is just move to the next area. That's all I've done, so don't worry for the sudden edit there. You didn't miss anything. Right, we're going to dodge all these enemies. I'm not going to spend any time fighting them, because we've already done that. We've just got to make our way to wherever it is we need to go. I'm hoping we don't have to do any puzzle solving here, because if we do, that is just going to be arbitrary, but it looks like we can just go straight to where we need to get to, which would be a good thing. So, yeah, I think it's all... Yeah, I think all the puzzle elements have gone now. That's good! I might be speaking too soon, but that's good. I can't see any floating glyphs or anything, so yeah, I think we can just go straight to it. Phew! The fact of the matter is that we have to like arbitrarily make our way there. I mean, I know it sort of adds to the adventure a bit, and I suppose from a gaming perspective, if you need to level up, it's another chance to do so. But these enemies are now quite weak. I suppose if we hadn't leveled up, they wouldn't be. But since we have, then they are kind of weak, so it makes no sense to me. But like I said, I suppose because I have leveled up, that that's the situation we're in. But like I said, if you hadn't actually bothered.
Is that demon really Ifrit?
Yes!
Aizen would know better than anyone, so I'd take it as a fact.
But I thought when people have a strong will like you and Kurogane, they don't lose themselves upon becoming a demon.
Yeah, well, he was drunk at the
Somehow
time, he
Aizen
forgot the
talks
memo.
about him. I'd say his strength of will should be considerable.
Even if you don't lose yourself, a demon is a demon. When you change, you're no longer human. I don't remember how I felt as a human, but I bet the human me would have thought I'm a real monster.
But would the old part of Ifrit allow him to be so obedient to the Abbey?
No. He didn't seem to be following Melchior of his own free will. I imagine Melchior's illusory arts are at play.
Yes, there is
Like
that.
what
I
we
did
saw
forget
at
about that,
London in
admittedly.
a ball? Is that enough to control a demon?
It nearly controlled
I'd say
you.
so.
Well,
But more
influenced you at least, anyway.
importantly, someone with a psyche resilient enough to impress Aizen should be extraordinarily hard to turn into a demon.
So Melchior must be using a particularly nasty illusion, eh?
Ifrit, Aizen, please be okay.
Yeah, well, thingy number 2 is now a dragon, and we didn't really bat an eyelid towards that, so... He might be okay, might not be okay. Who cares? We just have to get
We
past
have
him.
to hurry.
Zavid's all alone.
I know, we
Well,
would
he's
be
not
if we hadn't
exactly
had
an
to stop and
ally.
hear him in
He's got his
conversation.
own breed. Remember the White-Horned Dragon? He might try to protect Ifrid.
So Eisen might too, right? This is Ifrid we're talking about, so...
He's a demon now. He's not Eisen's old buddy anymore.
Even if we can't bring him back to being human, there has to be something we can do to make him... himself again.
It's called kill
He's a
him.
demon.
That'll do
He'll
it.
never be himself again. He attacked Benwick and the rest of his crew. The old Ifrid's gone.
So... what does Eisen plan to do?
I don't know. That's up to him. Worst case, you might have to fight him too. It's best you prepare yourself for that possibility.
But...
Good point, Rokaru. Good point. That is a good point. Let's hope that is not the case, but that is a good point. I think going that way was arbitrary. I think I think it did unlock a shortcut, but I don't think I want to take that shortcut in case we skip the bit we're meant to get to. So, because I think you can skip over some stones and then there was a brick wall, but I think we bashed it down in the end. But either way, rather than just wasting time, let's just go the normal route and get on with it. I mean, we could be wasting time as a result of this route, but it's a safer thing to do, really. And we might miss some cutscene stuff out, so I don't particularly want to do that. Just check see if there's anything here we can grab along the way. Nah, just all pointless, arbitrary stuff that we don't really need anymore. Maybe if you're a completionist, you might, if you wanted to upgrade like every single weapon to be like +9 or +10 or something. But I'm not that. I just want to play the game, enjoy it, and then beat it, so we can move on to other games. Not that I'm in a hurry to beat this game, but I have started World of Horror, and I'd like to play a bit more of that. I have downloaded another horror game to try, but I'm not sure if it's going to work on my computer. But there is also another game gifted by Yomi that I've mentioned a few times now that I'd like to try and play, which I have installed now. I haven't tried it yet in terms of test running it, but I think from the minimum requirements we should be okay. It may not be at the highest graphical fidelity, but it should be enough for us to at least enjoy. So yeah, so I've got that to play as well at some point in the near future. I look forward to that. Other than that, yeah, just cracking on really. Still in lockdown in the UK. Well, I say still in lockdown. It's a bit weird because we're all being told to stay at home. We're all being told to you know, stop the spread of the virus if you do get hold of this virus that's going around, and all that stuff. All common sense stuff. All stuff that's all hit us hard, but we're all following protocol and getting on with it. And yeah, things like the supermarkets are now loosening some restrictions on products you can buy. Where I work at the moment, they've now increased the amount of products you can buy from, despite the fact they're not really deemed essential. And you just think, yeah, people are starting to get a bit slack now, and we really can't afford to be doing that at this moment in time. But having said that, I don't run a business, so what do I know? It's all about making money at the end of the day, even in these difficult times. As cruel and as harsh and as inhuman as that sounds, that's just the way the world goes, I'm afraid. If it means I still have a job, even if my jobs are at reduced hours and what have you, then I guess I'll have to take it and just accept what is going on. I'm just not in a position to do otherwise. But I could be in a worse position, so I'm not going to complain. It is what it is. Either way, though, it's taken us fucking forever to get to where we need to get to. I mean, Jesus Christ. I mean, I know they went inland and all that, but did any of these monsters were just walking past notice anything odd? So no way we can communicate with them and just say, "You're right, guys, sorry to bother you, I don't mean to fight you or anything as much as you want to fight us, but if you want to fight me so badly, you couldn't give us directions as to where, you know, a giant horned demon and a man in a sort of grey, greeny coat with grey hair went, do you?" It would make sense, right? You know, and the monsters would be like, "Blah, blah, blah, blah," and then you'd have someone translate it and they'd be like, "Oh yeah, they went that way. If you just go ahead that way, you know, go to the right and just skip a few stones, you'll be there." And they'd be like, "Oh, cheers, monster. Alright, do you want that fight?" And they'd be like, "Nah, actually, I don't want to have a fight. Actually, I'm quite enjoying my existence peacefully until you came along. Do you mind just pissing off?" And I'd be like, "Yeah, that's fine. I'll piss off, no problem at all. Good luck, all the best. When all this shit's over, we'll go for a drink." Would be good, wouldn't it? But no, we don't have a monster translator. That's just not how this world works. There is a herb over there, though, that I completely missed last time. I'm going to grab that. Yoink. Oh, what's happened? Ah, my controller's died again. God damn it, controller. It's so broken, this controller. It really is. Oh no, don't get it fixed. Yay, fixed it. Excellent. Okay. Controller. I'd need to get a new controller. I really do. I'll see what my money situation is next month after my one furlough payment and my minimum hours payment, and if I can just squeeze out a new Xbox controller for the PC, I shall do that. Come on, we must be getting there nearly by now. I know this area is massive, but imagine if we had to do all the puzzles as well. That would have been an absolute piss take. But it's not like this isn't any more of a piss take than it is. Jeez Louise, come on game. Really have to go that far back? Oh, well, whatever, so we've reached a save point. I will save the game. I don't particularly want to have to do all this crap again. I think this is the right way to go. I could be wrong. If it is, don't worry, we'll go back to the right way. Nope, I called it right. Thank Christ for that. A quartz fragment. Again, not really that helpful at this point, but I'll take it. I can always sell it at the pawn shop after all this game is over. Make some money. Although we have got quite a sizable chunk of change, it has to be said. You can never have enough money. A lawyer from an animated cartoon film told me that. You've got to have money. Obviously, a lot of people watched that film despite how shite it was, and then took it seriously. Hello, Summon Skull. How you doing? God, he's having a bit of a...
Zavid, you alright?
Blue balls! We'll be fine.
Stop. I know these fists.
We know who it is. Stop dragging it out, Games. This is the one and only time that you've completely fallen down on your writing a bit.
Why didn't you fight back?
Ifrid. She pulled me back from the brink. I owe him.
Exactly, you owe him a punch to the face.
Time, it's my turn to bring him back.
God. Stop being noble, kill him!
A demon can never be human again.
So what? That's supposed to make me change my creed? What do you think, Ifrid?
Well, he didn't give a shite. He's probably just fed up with your bullshit, to be honest with you. I think a lot of us are.
Zavid!
Going after kids now?
No.
Benwick and your crew risked their lives by your side.
I have to admit, fucking Idson's strong as shit if he was able to just catch that punch there.
I won't let anyone trample their creeds. Even you!
I mean, jeez Louise. Oh, he's going for a gun. Oh, well, you're supposed to be a super... Oh, he's going to shoot himself. Did that work? Was that entirely pointful? No, apparently not. He did try to kill himself, though,
I owe
which...
you everything, Ifrid. Now, it's time to pay it back!
Good, sounds like a plan. Right, okay. Let's just get on with this crap then.
Are you alright with this, Eisen?
I think he has to be fair. Well, he doesn't have to be, no, that's a bit of forceful. I think, at the end of the day, I think the philosophy is that I don't think Airfried or Ifrid wants to be in this situation that he's currently in. So giving him a good death or just beating the crap out of him is probably the way to go. Definitely the way I'd go. That's the way I'd want it anyway. So give him a good fight. He'd enjoy that, and then when he's dying, he'll go, "Oh, I remember you. Why did you kill me? You could have done this." And he'll be like, "Oh yeah, oops, sorry, Ifrid." And then we live with guilt for the rest of our lives, as well as slow, which we've got at the moment. God damn it! Oh, there we go. Well, so far he's been a lot easier than that dragon was. That dragon was a right pain in the arse. So far he's been a little bit of a pushover. That could change. I mean, he is putting some punches. It's quite easy to stun. I mean, he doesn't get stunned for very long, but he is easy to stun. Whoa, that was some power and a half. That was, or at least some fancy-looking move. Yeah, he's just getting wailed on. I mean, seriously, did the bad guys like Artorias and our brother Laffy and or Innominat, whatever his name is, none of them think that this would be a bit pointless? Like, you need something a bit stronger than a Summoned Skull. I mean, Summoned Skull's pretty cool, don't get me wrong. But you know, times have moved on. You need to get with the times, which kind of sucks, really. 'Cause I hate that. I'm not that kind of person, but even I have to admit, you do have to do it eventually. Or at least keep up with it to a certain degree. Not forget everything you've learned or let go of the past completely or anything, but at least don't let it dominate you. But apparently, according to this, that is not the case. He's just getting absolutely wailed. Like, really wailed. I mean, maybe there'll be another part to this fight, but don't think that's going to be the case. Ooh, he did wail on people a bit there, but the damage was so little, it didn't really matter, did it? Right. He's obviously determined to go after Ivory, but you know what? We're just not going to give him that satisfaction. I think he's about to go down any second now. Oh no! He's going to just pull that out of his arse. Still didn't kill him though, so you gonna die now, bro? No, he's not. Okay, we have beaten the battle flow. That's fine.
End of the road.
Ooh. Oh, yeah, of course he was going to go for the boy. He was programmed to do that, though, wasn't he? I forgot about that. Oh, he's going to break his neck? Break his arm?
Taking hostages now.
I'm sorry. Just forget about me. I'm prepared for whatever happens.
You're going to get your neck stabbed, kid. It ain't pleasant. Not that I'd know, but I'd imagine it wouldn't be.
All right. You've grown. You're a man now. Family, friends, everything I ever tried to hold on to, all of it trickled away, fell from my grasp. But a certain idiot once told me, if you can't hold something in your hand, then make a fist and take it by force.
I suppose in most situations that would be a valid option.
This fist will take everything back.
Oh, he flipped his coin, didn't he? Oh, I wonder if this is going to be the...
Just like you told me to.
I wonder if it'll have a heads. Oh, nice! That's good teamwork, guys. Good teamwork indeed.
I know this fist. It's you.
Yep, duh.
Sorry. Caused you a lot of trouble, didn't I?
Well, it's not your fault.
Don't worry about it. We're friends, right?
Ivory!
Oh, he's fine. He'll move on to the afterlife. We'll all go there and we'll have a pint. Oh no, Fee's doing magical life demon. Or that! Just do that instead. It's fine, I guess.
A demon changed back into a human?
Well, I guess that would happen at some point. You kept saying that it couldn't be done. Now it has been done.
Forget it. It's too late.
Oh, don't be a lazy cunt.
I'm sorry. If I only knew how to use my power.
Got any Phoenix Downs? That would be helpful. Potion.
Stop crying. Didn't you say you were prepared for anything?
Well, he is.
But Eisen, you were searching for Ifrid for so long.
You're still as soft as you ever were. Boy, I'll let you in on a little secret. Your power comes from being part of Innominat.
We kind of figured that out already. If I have to say it, I kind of had that in the background. It has been mentioned.
This domain, you actually got a chance of putting up a good fight.
Oh, thanks for that, bro.
Seal off his domain?
I don't know what that means, but we'll work that out.
4 elemental Imperials.
Oh, yeah, that bit.
Sleeping in the earth pulses. If you can rouse them from their slumber.
Give them a good beatings, they'll be fine.
Hurry. While Artorias and Innominat are occupied, they're getting ready for some ceremony of suppression.
Oh, yeah, it's not as kinky as you think it is.
Now or never, kid.
Thank you, Ifrid.
For all the 20, 40, 50 seconds we've known you.
I'm just sad I can't go with you. It sounds like a goddamn blast.
No, you're just a victim of lazy writing, I'm afraid.
You shouldn't. I'm grateful. You always kept things from getting dull. If we ever meet again, let's raise some hell. Eisen.
Yeah, you will. You'll be bronies for life. Yeah, I said bronies. That's what they are.
Yeah, we will. See you, Ifrid.
Gotta say, Eisen's really held it well together, to be fair.
I owe you one, Zavid.
We had a chance to bring him back, but you went and killed him.
Oh, don't you start getting soppy. We'll kill.
Next time I see you, we'll settle the score. Between me and your creed.
Yeah, but at least you didn't have to kill him.
See you around, Zavid.
You prick. Cool, 20,000 experience points. Great! Apologise if you can hear dogs barking in the background. Bottomless Dinor bottle. An inexhaustible Dinor bottle helps you forget all that escaping from dungeons. Oh, now I can escape from dungeons willy-nilly then without having to buy items. Thanks, game. Couldn't just be a basic mechanic from the fucking start.
So, we need to wake the 4 elemental Empyreans? But how do we do it? Dunno. Maybe you tickle their divine footsies with a feather until they...
You're back!
And you're looking better.
Somehow. But what happened to that demon?
Killed him.
We killed him. Benwick. He...
Let me tell him. The rest of you, find Grimoire and ask her about the 4 Empyreans.
Eisen.
Are you sure?
Do it. He gave us this chance. We can't waste it.
Okay.
Do what? Find the people. Oh, okay. I guess we can do that. We can definitely do that. That will not be a problem. Okie dokes. Right, alright then. Well, let's just have another chat with people. Oh, you got another thing to go and find? The red marks, whatever they're called? Think I'm slacking? Yeah. No. Cool. You obviously are, because I know there's another one that I haven't been able to fight yet. Better tell me about it soon. Unless it was a mistake on the game's part, but I doubt it. The pirates knew what they were facing when the Horn's demon attacked. Even so, through sadness and anger, they gallantly battled on. No one backed down. That's the power of humanity, wouldn't you say? Yep, complete another douchery. We're pretty good like that. Hi, doggies. How you doing? Yeah, they look vicious together. Pirates all seem pretty down. It's not their fault though. That Horn demon was really scary. He wasn't scary. He was just pretty powerful, I guess. A number of pirates passed away in the attack. When an outlaw meets his end, it's his own faults, but still. How could a captain slaughter his own crew? That's too cold-blooded even for a lizard. Boom! Yeah, well, you know, he wasn't himself. That's why he apologised. And everything's fine now. And we'll see him again in the afterlife, because that's what hopefully will happen. And if we don't, you know, life moves on, etc., etc. Hold on to memories. Like I said, never forget the past. Never let it dictate you, but never forget it. Always be mindful of it and allow it and learn from it to move on in a good way. Or learn from it to move on to the next step of your life. And take some albatross meat with you. I've heard that's quite expensive and delicious. And grape gel. Grape gel's useful as well. With life lessons learned from Neo Rambler, is there anything else we can do down there? I don't think so. There's an item on the floor we can probably pick up or not, but we might as well go and check it out. He's telling the crew. At least they've actually bothered to animate that. That was pretty cool. Well, I say animate that. At least they've bothered to actually put in item and talking to the crew about what's happened. That's neat. Attention to detail. I like that. Right, you, tell us about the arbitrary 4 people quest we've got to go on now, because I thought we were getting close to the end of the game, but apparently not!
Resurrect the elemental Empyreans. True. If we do that, we might be able to suppress Inominat's domain.
It may even liberate the minds of the Malachim that Inominat has under his control.
I'm sure some will no longer obey their exorcists.
Good. We'll take a big bite out of their forces.
More importantly, Innominat will lose the ability to enhance the resonance of his exorcists. Most exorcists will no longer even be able to perceive Malachim at all, just like before. Of course, anyone as innately gifted as me is another story.
Will I become unable to see Laphicet?
We won't know until we try.
Eleanor... Then let's give it a shot. I'll accept whatever happens.
But these elemental Empyreans, they're gods, right? You sure it's okay to disturb their beauty sleep?
Yeah,
They
be
control the four
fine.
elements. Waking them is likely to upset the balance of the world quite a bit.
Let's bug
I'll
it
take
anyway.
that as a no, then.
We don't even know how to revive them. At worst.
It's called Pokey Pokey.
If it's anything like the opening, then we need to offer a sacrifice at the Earth Pulse on a Scarlet Night.
We have to kill someone?
The act of killing is not essential to the ceremony. All that's needed is a soul free of malevolence.
If that's true, then doesn't Velvet already have a whole belly full of them?
The exorcists I devoured.
It's perfect. You're a Therian. You're capable of releasing the power you absorb. The souls of the high-ranking exorcists you ate should do nicely.
Use Oscar and Teresa's souls to resurrect the Empyreans?
Might as well.
It's worth a try at least.
Put them to good use.
When's the next Scarlet Night? 3 years after the Advent. In other words, soon.
Like tomorrow.
Do we have enough time? The four Empyreans are asleep in different places, right?
Correct. 4 Earth Pulses for 4 Empyreans.
For
But if
arbitrary
you use a
plot
life
devices,
pool,
for
you may
arbitrary
be able
quest,
to
for
awaken
arbitrary
all
role-playing
4
game.
at the same time.
A life pool?
Earth pulses normally flow horizontally, but in exceptionally rare cases, they can flow vertically.
Well, now we're bringing in
This
GCSE
causes
coordinate
energy
mathematics
to
into this
collect
now,
at
are
the
we?
Earth pulse's base, forming a life pool. Though sometimes the energy flows the other way, upward, into what's called a life spring.
Oh, so if we make use of one of these life pools, a single sacrifice could reach all 4 Empyreans.
Where are they? There's a life pool in the northern reaches of Midgand, but I heard a large temple was built over it recently.
That's right, we can bulldoze it down.
Empyrean's throne! We can't go there, it's Innominat's home base!
Most unfortunate.
Couldn't we use a life spring? It all connects to the same place, right? We'll have to go against its flow, but...
It's far
We'll
easier.
force the soul right down its throat.
Absolutely.
Where's the nearest life spring?
Our best bet would be Mount Killerhouse.
Eisen?
I'm fine. What's done is done.
Yeah, alright, yeah, get over it.
Killerhouse? That's the volcano on the northernmost tip of Northgand, but it's a hellscape of ice and lava.
Naturally. Killerhouse is the most powerful life spring there is.
So, in short, we shove the souls of the exorcists into the molten core of that volcano.
That should awaken the 4 elemental Empyreans. Together, they will seal off Innominat's domain. It's just a theory, but...
It's one I'll put my money on.
Me too.
That's a lot of money to put on, though. We have earned that. I'm not spending
Then
$1.4
we're
million
off to
on it.
Northgand.
Or gold,
Mount
or whatever the fuck it
Killerhouse
is in this game.
north of Helavis.
That sounds like a plan. Great. Okay, so we're going to go somewhere else to do another arbitrary thing, to do the next arbitrary thing, to hopefully bring this game to a close. Great. Cannot wait. Right, have you got anything more to say now that we've done the thing? Oh look, there's more animations in the background. That's so cool. There's the green-haired girl, very dangerously balancing off the edge of the boat there, and the mum looking a little bit scared and temperamental, but I'm sure they'll be able to work something out. But that's fine. Okay, well, once again, we'll save the game. You can hear my phone in the background. That's just non-essential updates. It's fine. Right, let's have a look. See, how are you taking the fact that your captain's dead, pirates? Come on, it's time for action. Sitting around talking, taking it is against our creed. We're as ready as ever. Sorry, it'll take a lot more than that to break Ifrit's creed. Yeah, well, he wouldn't want you to do that. That'd be sad.
The ship's ready to sail. Where are you headed?
We don't have a problem. If you've got a grudge, we can settle it here and now.
Huh? Why would we have a grudge against you guys? The first mate fought like the first mate. The captain died like the captain, right?
I suppose.
Then no swabby here can blame you for what happened. We're Ifrit's pirates, and don't forget it. We're not so pathetic that we need pity from some lord of calamity.
All right. The ship's in your hands.
Aye aye. You can count on us.
I mean, it's nice to appreciate that, you know, that they're not going to go after us for Avery's death, but even so, yeah, why would they? Velvet, I think you just jumped to the worst conclusion there.
The Von Eltia looks the same as ever. But it feels utterly different, doesn't it?
How? He wasn't there!
Even Benwick looked like he'd been crying.
Well, of course he would have done.
I can imagine. But if we let ourselves despair now, we'd be a disgrace to Ifrid's creed.
We have to swallow our anger and grief, and sail on.
Right. Following a creed isn't always pleasant. We must do what we must.
I won't allow the Abbey to do things like this.
Well, you've sucked at that so far,
that.
but at the same time you have bailed us out, so
It's
I'm being a bit harsh.
unconscionable.
Still, a heart can never be fully bridled. It can be shattered, but never erased entirely.
Ifrid proved that.
Right. His body is gone, but he lives on through his crew. Magilu is right. What lives in one's heart can never be erased.
Yeah, the heart is eternal.
Until we rip it out of Inominat, then we'll show him it won't be. Awakening the elemental Empyreans by injecting extra souls into Mount Killerus just sounds like a stupid plot device, but we'll roll with it. As a plan, it's sheer lunacy, as I said, but we have no other weapons with which to fight Inominat. I've never done something so ridiculous, it's actually rather thrilling. Well, that's because, you know, you haven't really got much else to do, so I guess you've got to enjoy what part of the game you do have left to play. Now, is there any side quest stuff? Like, is there anywhere else we can go with side quest stuff? Because that boy was like, we had that side quest with that boy, it just sort of disappeared. No, we can't do anything else, we have to... We could go to the class 4 zones, but we've done all them. We're guessing they're just there to, like, you know, their training and stuff like that. I don't know why I struggled to think of that. Fine. Guess we're stuck on a linear course then. But either way, it doesn't really matter. Hopefully that boy's alright, and if he's not, then, well, we tried.
I see. Orichalcum or not, Stormquell snapped like a twig.
Did it? I can't remember.
I'm afraid so. It was Inominat who
Oh,
did it.
yeah.
But I think Shigure could have done the same.
So hardness alone isn't enough.
All you need is a big
Forgive
floppy
me.
purple
I
dildo
thought I had
sword
found
dick thing.
clarity,
That
but
would
it was
definitely
only
do some
foolish
damage.
pride.
You should be proud.
Yeah, you fool.
You are without a doubt the greatest swordsmith in the world.
Even though all of your
I'm
swords
looking
keep
forward to your
snapping.
next blade.
I told you, big floppy donkey
Even
dildo
now,
dick on a sword,
You
it'll
would
work.
still place your trust in me.
Well,
Of course.
we haven't really got any other
Is there
swordsmith
any
really
other
to do so.
swordsmith who could craft a blade out of orichalcum?
They don't need to. Their swords
You're
work.
a master of your art. A visionary who spent centuries working to forge a blade of legend.
And you
I'm
failed
honored to know you.
because of your failure.
I don't know what to say.
You can't, you have no head!
Unless, of course, you've given up on making a sword to surpass Stormhowl.
Does this look like the face of a man who's given up?
You have no face!
Not in the least.
Well, I'm glad you're bonding over your failures. I suppose it's better than nothing, I guess. And it keeps things interesting. You can always try new things.
We're making good time.
Thank you for the pointless statement there, Fee.
The only problem is that ceremony that Artorias was going on about. We don't know how long it'll take.
Oh, forever. For God's sake, they're so up themselves, they would never cut or skimp on
Ifrit
any
said
of
they
it.
called it the ceremony of suppression. Most likely, it's how Inominat plans to release his power.
But he hasn't already?
Most likely. He hasn't absorbed Laphicet in your despair, so Inominat should still be incomplete. But if his power's fully awakened...
Oh yeah, good point. I forgot about that.
Humanity will be robbed of their free will.
Is that really a bad thing?
can
Like, you look
even
at humanity now in its
celebrate
current
now.
situation.
The uglinesses of the human
I used to love
soul
free
are
will, but you know
suppressed.
what? I think being a mindless zombie might be
And
better.
the world is free of malevolence. Hurrah! Hurrah!
I'm just saying.
Robbing humanity of its will. They'll be like I once was.
a bit late, early was it? I got caught off guard there, got distracted by my phone again. Stupid phone! It's an eagle! And it's an animated eagle. This is bad. We haven't had an animated cutscene for quite some time. Unless that's the eagle of the prince, maybe? One of the Therians? I could be wrong. Oh. Oh dear. I guess that ceremony was a bit faster than I thought it would be. Oh, they've all stopped. Oh no, they're carrying on. Just no longer a free will. Oh, well, we failed! We failed! Hey!
Hey, please, guys, let's not fight.
Well, I guess we'll just go home. This is essentially what's happening around the world. This is lockdown. This is what's happened. Oh yeah, will this affect us? It might do.
This is a domain?
Inominat's domain.
Yeah, all the pirates they're going to be affected, aren't they?
Their wills have been stolen.
Bugger.
It's not been fully sealed away yet.
Rokuro, give him a good smacking. Wake him up.
On it.
He's like, yes!
Got it. We'll put in at the nearest harbor. To Port Zexon!
Alright, so I guess that ceremony, yeah, it was quicker than I thought. Maybe they did skimp out on a few things then. Perhaps they're not so stuck up after all. I misjudge things so easily. Oh, don't put them by the water!
I feel like some jerk played tug of war with my brain.
Oh, if you snapped out of it.
Dig up some spirit. They're trying to strip away your will.
Oh no.
Oh no, they're just standing around and walking very slowly to the left.
Look, it's that merchant. You're all right.
I do not deserve to be all right.
Smack him. That'll solve it.
I used people, stepped on them just to make a profit. I even aided wanted criminals so that I could expand my business.
That's what every human being does. That's the ultimate
My
dream.
soul is black with ugliness and can never be forgiven.
Oh, you're gonna drown yourself, aren't you? Did somebody stop him?
No, wait.
Go stop him. Yeah, good idea. Smack him like Rokuro did. I'm sure that'll work.
Stop!
The world needs to be purified of malevolence. I don't belong here. I have to die. I have to die. I have to die.
No, it's not.
For God's sake, punch him in the balls. All that. That'll work. Perfect. Why didn't you do that earlier?
You can die if you want, but saying you have to die is a good way to make my blood boil.
Oh, Velvet, you're so sexy. I love
Those
you.
awakened to their own malevolence seek to end their lives. Welcome to Artorias' uncompromising world of reason.
Yeah, it sucks. Let's go smacking
First
everybody.
They steal humanity's rudder, and now they want to say who lives and who dies.
Exactly. Let's go smack him.
We should find out what's happening here, unless you'd rather not see.
You're right. I wouldn't. But I won't hide from the truth any longer.
You've come this far. Why are you
Before
questioning
anything
yourself
else,
now?
We'll need to confirm just how far his power reaches.
Well, everywhere. We just saw
Let's
the big
head to
atomic
Logris.
explosion, didn't we? Surely that would have given us a good indication of range of how it affects everyone, or where it's affected everyone.
Inominat suppression. Is this the ideal world the Abbey envisions?
Apparently so.
Ian! There's no life in anyone's eyes. This isn't a fun place at all.
What are you talking about? You go around
Just
booping people on the
people's minds being
nose.
shackled.
Yeah, you're free to
They're
go to the
being
pub.
forced to die too.
They're not being forced to die. They just feel they have to.
Terrible.
Why would dying be part of anyone's ideal world?
Even under such strict control, new sins can still rise to the surface. If
Absolutely.
that happens, It's better to end the life of the sinner. Melchior came to the same logical conclusion.
Except he sins himself, so technically he should have killed himself.
Anyway,
Exactly.
we need
So-
to get to Logris.
Look, the world thrives on hypocrisy. That is what
This
makes
is
humanity.
the result of their ceremony of suppression.
Seems that way. They've brought their peace to mankind.
And they've also made it ever so cloudy. Why couldn't they make it sunny and magical and paradisical-like? Why is it so doom and gloomy? That just seems a bit sad. I'd just be like, I would make it absolutely lovely. I'd have loads of beach babes everywhere, ice cream stands, hot dog stands, cotton candy, you know, those penny machines, the arcade penny machines, you know, a typical British seaside town shanty. That's what I would have made that, you know, this domain of suppression look like. And then everybody can go and kill themselves afterwards. At least make it pleasant for them.
What's going to happen to the world? How far will Innominat's power spread?
When his domain expanded, I felt a faraway power suddenly come closer. It was enough to blot out the whole sky. I'm sure it's covered other towns too.
His domain has certainly extended to at least the entire populace of this country. Otherwise, what would be the point?
That means what happened at Port Zexon is happening everywhere.
Everyone is either a puppet or
Dead.
Dead by their own hands.
I was just guessing
Illuminat
that, to be fair.
created this ideal hell in a single moment. That's the power we're up against.
So we few are standing against a truly monumental force.
Yeah, but it didn't affect us,
This
so
is your
therefore we
last
could go
chance
around.
to turn back.
Turn back to what exactly?
Forward or back, we're headed into hell either way.
At least this way, I'll have my own free will. I'd prefer a living damnation to that oblivion.
Well, don't come crying to me later.
Oh, I'm sure
Let's
she'll
move
enjoy
along,
that. Well, you will anyway. Ah, even in dark times we can have a chirpy face. Right, let's get on with it then. Let's just crack. Oh, I thought I could speak to him. Never mind. What have we got here? I feel so dizzy. I'm not sure whether to blame Innominat or Rokuru's beating. The latter. I have sinned. I'm a vile, selfish soul. I must die. I must die. I must die. He was always stuck in the boiled leather. See him like this. Yeah, we'll just keep punching him. He'll be fine. Right. Oh, are you affected? We've really ignored you. No, he's dancing away in the corner as if there's nothing. Can we even play the game? Slash thrust pop. Who wants to play a game? So you're completely and utterly unaffected. Well, that's good. There you go. See, there's still fun to be had here. Right, let's save the game. Check everything's recording okay in the meantime, and we'll carry on for a little bit longer. So I shall be back in a mo. Okay, and we're back. So let's see where everything or anything has been affected. I mean, the items and all that are still here. I mean, I guess is all the shops still open? Is the pub still open? Can we go to sleep? I don't know. Only one way to find out. I mean, I don't want to explore absolutely everywhere, but if we can talk to people, we will. Ah, person to talk to. A pet cat is meaningless and only wastes food. It must be eliminated. It must be eliminated. It must be eliminated. Yeah, I'm not much of a cat person myself, but I wouldn't go around killing cats just because I don't like them very much. Doesn't mean I wouldn't go kill them. And that actually, I'm being a bit hypocritical there as well, because I was in my streets there was a cat who dominated it for years. He only recently passed away last October, I think it was. And he was a brilliant cat. I loved him to bits. Tabby cat. I think I've mentioned him a few times, but he was my neighbour's cat, and I loved him to bits.
I was a fool for trying to sell commemorative chalices
He was so
to
funny.
people visiting the Empyrean's throne. Happiness can't be bought with ill-gotten gains made through deception. In an effort to change my malevolent ways, I sold my shop and entered the holy priesthood. Rather than pursue my own greed, I've chosen to dedicate my life to bringing the sacred teachings to all.
Wow, look how shiny and pure he is.
I know.
So this is what happens when Innominat suppresses all of someone's sins and desires.
How nauseating. And this is the kind of world they're trying to create.
Now, don't worry. We're full of sin. We'll rip it out of them. Must cast away all self-serving desires. Deny the self, serve the many, serve the many, serve the many. That's what all corporations of today want you to feel and believe. I know, I work for one. They've been absolute asshats at the moment in time, but at the same time, like I said, money needs to be made. We are expendable after all. To rid ourselves of sin, we must rid ourselves of desire. Whoever falls in this is a malevolent soul. They must perish! Yeah, I will one day. Alright, stop rubbing it in, but until then, I'm going to have some fun! It's only fair. don't... Oh no, the pub's down this way as well, isn't it? Oh, that's perfect then. We'll check that out in just a second. Are the seagulls affected by this in any way? Do the seagulls get affected by this Innominat's domain? Do they have sins that they wish to quell and get rid of, and then will they go and kamikaze themselves for all the fish and ice creams and baguettes they've stolen from other people? Because they seem perfectly at peace to me. I mean, they might be zombified, you never know, but even so, they seem perfectly like, oh, what's going on over here? Don't know, it'll look a bit weird. More food for us. Hey! Just saying, you know? Oh god, they're all queuing up. Where are they going? Maybe they're all gone to give themselves. Oh, the kids as well! I must work for the many. For the many. For the many. Well, that might do you some good. You might learn some life lessons and valuation, so... Kids should be affected by this. There's no need for thought. Entrust all to the shepherd's teachings. Okie dokes. Ooh, can I buy anything from you? Buying, selling, dismantling and enhancing. I take every aspect of my business very seriously. Well, that's good. I'm very happy that you do that. Because that means then I can still buy stuff. Not that anything I really need right now is essential, so it wasn't, but I'm glad you are still complying with what I need. Right, Bob. It would be really funny if we can actually spend the night. The time of tranquility has come. The gift of the Empyrean and Nominat must be obeyed. There's no need for emotion, there's no need for thought. Quell perilous emotion, obey proper reason. They always seem to go mumbly afterwards.
First, I took nectar to escape all my hardships. And I drank to run from all my pain.
You and me
Even
both.
if I resisted, endured the pain, nothing changed. I've spent my life running. I'm pathetic.
No, you're not. You would have got gold. First place for being the best runner
I'm
ever.
Disposing of all the drinks in town. What the world needs now isn't dependence, but freedom. And I'll see that we have it.
Hey now, that's the kind of repentance that should only come the morning after a night of fun and too much drink.
Absolutely.
And if you're afraid of losing yourself, drinking is a far better option than falling under Innominat's control.
I agree entirely. I mean, it's not good for your liver, mind you, and you will die horribly afterwards, but even so, at least we found a potato. I can't run away any longer. I must purge my malevolent heart, be reborn as a man of reason. I must change myself. Be reborn. I mean, some of the things they're saying, don't get us wrong. I mean, like, all of us have, at some point in our lives, probably multiple times, have all sort of said, what the hell am I doing? I want to change the way I am, and I want to do things for the better and make something of myself and, you know, have a sense of purpose and contribute to the wider humanity. Well, we do need to do that, or at least have the ability to do that, or think about that. That's what makes us human. But like I said before, you need a dark side and a good side. Generosity, selfishness, charitableness, steeliness, whatever the word is, the opposite to charitableness. You've got to have both. That's what makes you human. It's what makes life interesting. You can't have one or the other. You've got to have both and be happy with it. It's too much of this suppressing of your dark side at the moment. You don't need to suppress it, you just don't let it dominate you. Likewise, you don't want to be too nice and charitable because you just turn into a dick. Well, I say that. I mean, at least you're a dick that gives out nice things to people. So I suppose I'd rather you be a dick in that regard than be a dick that takes things from people. But, you know, either way, it's complicated, alright? I provide the sustenance required to sustain the activity of individuals. That is my role. Yep, and now that man over there is going to take that away from you. Are you going to let him do that? He's going to take your freedom to sell the substance to be able to be free in the first place. Oh, the conundrum and the hypocrisy and the juxtaposition. Oh, it's so complicated. This establishment and I are dedicated to providing food, place to rest, and any other assistance besides. And we can stay the night. That must be weird. Really weird. But we did it, so at least we were able to do so. I slept through Nominat's domain, and all I got was a lousy paycheck. And a very expensive bill. Right, that being said and done, there's somebody else here who needs to be talked to.
Hey, you're Kakiku's menagerie.
Ooh, close. It's Magilu's menagerie.
I apologize for always demanding that you entertain me, despite my inability to even remember your name correctly. I'm also sorry to you, miss, for always insisting you do that tedious little bird impression of yours. I feel so bad I could just punch myself. Nay, I must.
I'm not sure if I'm more angry or confused.
It is wrong to seek pleasure from viewing petty tricks and pointless entertainment. Honest hard work alone is right. Someone such as I, who was unable to live in accordance to the simplest of truths, should disappear from this earth. Please, use that special trick you told me of. Make me disappear forever.
No. Man who's swayed by desires uses the many. That means I'm unworthy of existence. I must be erased from this world. Erased from this world. Yeah. Well, don't do that. That'd be a bit mean. Ooh, shadow daggers. Is that equipment that's worthy of giving to you? I doubt it, but you never know. Yep, you've already mastered it. God damn it. Okay, fine. Right, where are... That's... I don't want to go through the double doors behind me because I think that leaves the place. We don't want... Oh no, maybe we do want to do that. I'm not sure. Maybe that is where we need to go. We'll see. The individual is but a cog in service of the something. The tranquility of all represents the highest level of happiness for the individual. I wish they would stop mumbling. It's very tedious. Oh no, we can't go this way. Oh, okay. It is our duty to defend this gate with our lives. We will let none through. None must pass. Apparently that is very noble of you. Okay, I think we can go into this building up here, and then yeah, I think we have to go back through those double gates that I said we didn't need to go through. So I'm sorry for wasting your time. At least I'm being thorough. Alright, any barrels here that want to be upset with me? Any barrels? Nope. Okay! Let's get out of here then. Right, back to where we were going. I just said, you know, if you're going to make this place all about hard work and you know, good deeds and everything else, surely you'd make it all lovely and purty. Give all for the many, dedicate your life. That is true reason. True reason. Nor the few, serve the all. Serve, 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 serve. Well, at least he didn't mumble. There's no need for reflection. Do what must be done. Damn it, you're making me cough. Dispel doubt and confusion. Obey reason. You are a vessel for serving the many. Yes, unaware as a malak. Okey-dokes. There's no need for reflection. Trust all to the Abbey. We stand as a shield against demons. We shall become bait for demons. That is the ultimate duty of our generation. No! Don't do it! Sacrificing yourself like that would be folly. Words are useless right now, Eleanor. Their minds are filled with twisted reason. At least he didn't mumble. Saves me and my throat. Ow! God damn it. Right, okay. Let's go through the double gates then. And let's see where it takes us next. There's no place for questions. Simply do what must be done. Alright. Just takes us to the Damon place thing. Am I going the right way? I assume so. I mean, I think there's another part of the city up ahead actually, so yeah, I think we are. I know we've been here before, but oh, I can glide. I forgot about that. Are these enemies stronger or are these? I don't know. Let's fight some. Let's see what happens.
I'll finish this.
I don't know if these are like. No, I think they are very weak. Yeah, they're very weak, and yeah, we don't need to be fighting these. I was just seeing if they got stronger so we can level up if needs be, but no. Not at all. Game hasn't even bothered to do that. That's fine. In which case we'll just glide then to speed things up a little bit. Yeah, I like that. That's the city, isn't it? So what's this way then? Oh, I think probably won't be able to go far this way anyway. Yeah, this is all. We don't need to go this way, do we? Really? Nah, ignore this then. Let's just head towards the other part of the city then, or the next town. Well, yeah, of course we do, because we actually have to. That's good.
Accept that we all grow old.
Yeah,
I
we
can
do.
no longer perform the physical labor that allowed me to benefit society. I no longer deserve to live here. I must find a place far from others. There, I will await a quiet death.
This isn't someone accepting that they'll grow old. This is him refusing to grow old.
Good
If this
counterpoint.
spreads, we'll have no more old people at all.
True, but again, with what's going on currently in society, I think someone might be thinking the same thing. That's not good. My existence is a burden for the many. My final duty is to end myself. That is the highest service I can perform for the many. Path of reason must be followed to its end. You are wrong, but You know, each to their own. So satisfying that is. Oh god, what have we got going on here?
Consume precious resources and grant no tangible benefit to society.
Make you
That's
happy?
why I say we should throw them all back outside. It's only right.
They'll probably
I threw
survive.
away my friend's entire pet beetle collection. They have been purged.
Oh
This
no,
is
not
all
purged.
For the new order.
But I want to keep my rhino stagros.
Well, you can. I'm not going to tell you to throw it away. I got rid of my pet dog. An animal that requires looking after by a child is devoid of purpose. Why? It teaches you about responsibility, and it teaches you about, you know, looking after something or someone who's very happy, and it's about relationship building, and you learn lots of real social things. What the fuck? Seeking solace from animals is human's vanity. It is void of meaning and worth. Animals must serve as sustenance or labour. Well, you could argue they are doing labour and sustenance. Sustenance of your sanity, sustenance of your emotional well-being, labour in terms of having to work hard as a pet to do that. You know, it's many interpretations of this. I think what this game, or at least at this part of the story of the game anyway, I think what is required is a lawyer. We need to not fight Innominat and Artorias head on in a big battle. What we need to do is take them to court, and we need to get an army of lawyers and basically just argue that what they're saying is a little bit too one-dimensional and not fully interpretable in a linear way, or whatever the fancy lawyer terminology is. And I think we can get away with that then. Basically out-reason them. That's what we need to do. And then they'll see that their idea is really stupid, then we kill them afterwards because they would be humiliated by the fact that they lost a court case, and that'll be good. That'll be a great twist for this game. Boring, but a good twist. Yes, consume food distributed and perform assigned tasks. Perform assigned tasks, perform assigned tasks. Again, at least you didn't mumble. All food in the capital is now rationed. Everyone from the royal family to soldiers and the humblest to commoners must perform assigned work to receive food. It is orderly, fair, and guarantees just treatment. Order and fairness, order and fairness. Again, you're not mumbling, that's good, but again, isn't that what we do anyway? You work hard to get money to get food.
It was the height of foolishness for a low-born person like me to hold on to romantic fantasies about Prince Percival. I should seek a male companion suitable to my social status, and live a life free of pointless desire and pride. Form, beauty, appearance, all are superfluous. Reason dictates that I seek a biological partner, who lets me live my life with greater efficiency.
While what she's saying isn't technically wrong, it really...
Well, it is,
really
because you
creeps
just
me
settle
out.
for anything then. And if you settle for anything, then you don't get to have strong children, which means you don't carry your genes in a strong way, which means you don't end up creating more efficient people in the future anyway. It's a long-term strategy, it's what nature intends. Again, game's reasoning's a bit flawed here. We're not individuals, we are but motes that make up the world. Remember that at all times. Aww. Well, don't worry, we'll free you from this madness. Or kill you, whichever way is quicker and cheaper, I guess. Flowers and other extravagances are distractions. Eliminate what is worthless. Eliminate what is worthless. Eliminate what is worthless. They're so pretty, though, and they smell delicious. Not that I eat flowers or anything, I'm just saying, you know. Even children have tasks they can perform. You must serve the many. Serve the many. Serve the many. At least they've got over this mumbling thing anyway. Spirits and other stimulating beverages are nothing but a poison to the many. They are worthless. Eliminate what is worthless. Eliminate what is worthless. But we need booze and sports drinks. Actually, probably don't, but even so, I need booze, definitely. I will now begin loading supplies for the Abbey. Understood. Begin task. Begin task. And here's the thought. Haven't Innominat and you know, Artorias, have they not thought about automation or automation, whatever the correct pronunciation of that word is? Automation? Building robots and machines to do tasks for us? Surely that's more efficient than doing this? Dispel doubt and confusion. Obey reason. You are a vessel for serving the many. Yes, unaware as a Malak. Well, that one certainly didn't get the stop mumbling memo, did they? Very inefficient. Naughty. What else have we got going here? Obey reason, obey reason, obey reason, obey reason, obey reason, obey reason. I'm gonna go this way first, just to see what is on the other side here. Oh, came from that way. Oh, okay, fair enough. I just got momentarily confused there. I do that a lot to myself. That's fine. Can we go to this pub and inn as well? Oh, there's a
Even
massive
the
queue for
capital
everything.
is silent as death.
Innominat's power did all of this. A god among gods.
Yeah, I know, but we're here to wreck the party, so... Maintain order, maintain order, maintain order, maintain order, maintain order, maintain order. God almighty. Reason abhors or abhors the necessary action, but will that alone lead to progress? Questions like that are an affront to reason. You're right, but you would question reason? You're right, reason's the only way. I must obey. Oh, well, at least he's trying to fight. We have only to obey the great Empyrean Innominat. We shall serve as a shield for the people, as tools for the people. Well, I'm just going to skip the queue, guys. I hope you don't mind, because that is definitely more efficient than queuing. A maid's uniform is meaningless extravagance, but of course it stands against reason. I must remove it. Now, for reason... Oh yeah, please do. Please, remove your maid outfit. I'd love to see me on... No, don't be a perv, Neo. Sorry, moment of weakness. There's no need for thought. Simply act in accordance with all rules. Can I speak to the other person? I can't even get to the other person to speak. What? Game, that's inefficient! I can't get to that person to speak! There must be a way. Perhaps if I go... maybe if I go up the stairs and round. That might do it. Yes! Obey the teachings of Shepherd Altorius. Have faith in the blessing of the Empyrean Innominat, so that our paradise may come. So that our paradise... 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 So they haven't actually made paradise yet, so they're lying to them, basically. We can't accept requests for lodging, food distribution, if you get in line. No, bugger off. I'll just take it and just say, well, it's more efficient to take the food than queue up for it. That is reason. See, there's so many flaws to this. It really is. I mean, I suppose that's the point, but even so. There are so many flaws. But then again, you know, maybe I'm sin and corrupted. You could argue, yes, but is that not flawed? And you're like, no, maybe it isn't. Maybe that's just an interpretation. Maybe this is sin and corruption. You see, everything can be relative. Everything can be interpreted depending on your frame of reference. Physics taught me that. There's no need for reflection. Trust all to the Abbey. There's no need for reflection. Do what must be done. We have only to obey the Lord Shepherd Altorius. We will serve as a sword for the people, as tools for the people. Very sad. Very sad indeed. Okay, guess we're gonna go this way then. Try to speed things up a little bit. I have been wasting a lot of time. I'm just interested in what they have to say, that's all. That's who I do, that's what I am, that's who I am and what I do. Got there in the end. Eliminate what is with... Oh no, they've killed the doggies! You bastard. Now that it's so hungry it can't move, I'll... No, that's so... Wait, they're not dead yet. They're just dying of hunger. We can save them! Save them!
Fountains are purely decorative and serve no purpose to the collective good of mankind. They must be purged.
Not just the fountains. The streets and houses are filled with unnecessary extravagances. Comfort is another word for vanity. It is a lie that breeds only envy and war. All vanity must be purged.
Yes, we cannot let ourselves be ruled by desire. We must control ourselves and lead lives of purity.
If they keep abandoning desire after desire, eventually they'll abandon even their desire to live.
That's a good point. In which case, well, they already are, aren't they? Most of them are. They're saying, oh, I'm dying because of that. In which case, then, what will the Innominat Notorious do once everybody eventually kills themselves? I mean, they've still got to eat. They've still got to do stuff. What are they going to do? They have to do all the work themselves. And then again, you could argue they're eliminating all the work themselves, so they just sit in nothing then? Do they then kill themselves, and then everything's blank? A bit like that game Off, which is ultimately what that's all about? Could do, I suppose. Extravagance is useless. Useless must be swept away. That is the way of reason. Simplicity in all things in the world, the human soul. That is all relatively true. But I'm not going to listen to it because it's a load of dicks. I think that's a sideway, this one. I'm not going to bother speaking to them because they're just going to say the same things. What we will do is just speed up a little bit here. I don't think this is the right way to go. I think this is... Yeah, no, it's all blocked off. But well, we'll have a look anyway. Ooh. There are a lot of these souls, so I'll grab all these since nobody wants them anymore. Chars. I mean, they didn't want them anyway, to be fair. But now they doubly don't want them anymore, so... Well, no need for them even. Oh god, they're going to stab each other with things. Right, so is this where we're supposed to go? Not quite. Ah, but there is this bit. That means we can now surf around, so it was worth going this way. Hooray! Efficiency! Oh, let's see what the priests have to say. Tranquil world, a tranquil heart, a time of tranquility, a tranquil future. The suppression of humanity is just our penitence. Penitence to the world must be made. Penitence must be made. Must be made! I must cast aside my desire for power. It's the foulest form of greed. But my hatred for Artorias will not fade so easily. Ugh! It's all very clear. Your mind strains against reason. It's a poisonous thing. It must be eliminated. So what, they're going to remove his brain? Kill his brain? Blow it up? Whatever? Time of tranquility has come. Paradise of Shepherd Artorias is nigh. The time of tranquility has come. Period and Nominat's creation is manifest. Okay. Right, well, let's leave this place then, and let's go to the main area that we're supposed to go. I like the fact that the music's all epic in there, like it has been. Then you come out here and it's all nice and quiet. Oh, no, then the music's back. Oh, I don't know. Oh, I have no idea. Oh, alright, you might as well go speak to them. There's no point in performing music for the what? Ephemeral? I don't know. Whatever, that word. Entertainment of others. But music makes my heart. Ugh! That's a chase pleasure. It is shameful to seek pleasure. It is forbidden! This is true reason, and yet we... my head! So I mean, they start to fight back a little bit. That's good. Good. Alright, now that's the bar. I'm not going to go to the bar now. We'll leave that. Let's just move on to the main event. Ah, good. I don't think we've ever been here before. Well, if we have, it was a long time ago. Damn, doesn't Velvet look hot? She is
Isn't
so
there
hot.
anyone here who still has free thought?
Yeah, us.
I hope so. There has to be.
Well, we did speak to the maid and all that just there outside the place. It was talking about music makes the heart. There is a bit there.
That was a child.
Thank you, Velvet. Oh. Oh dear. This isn't going to end well, is it?
I'm scared! Mommy!
Don't show any feelings, dear.
If they spot you, they'll...
God, that's the the witch, the gangster lady. The gangster lady. Oh, brilliant. I have to get her name.
Tabitha!
That's the one.
Still you!
Oh, they're like, who are you? Oh, that's alright.
In the capital? No, they're Malachim.
Yeah, I was just say they're not actually demons, are they? No, they're Malachim. Isn't it obvious? Oh god, we poisoned one, I think, actually. And they're getting their ass absolutely handed to them. They are pretty, though.
There are none who can resist my spear.
There's a lot to be said on that one. Oh, give you a mythical pendant. That's good. Should do that later for you, Idson.
Tabitha, your mind's still your own?
Yes, somehow. But Prince Percival and that girl...
Looks like those Malachim took them away somewhere.
No, yeah, we did only fight one. There were
Prince
three.
was trying to help us get away. He said that the Abbey was gathering those who still had control of their own will at the villa.
Oh, so it didn't
We
fully
need to
work
go
then.
after
That's
the
interesting.
prince and see just what's going on at the villa.
We don't know what sort of defenses they have at the front gate. Let's sneak in through the back.
Good plan.
Good plan. Back into the catacombs, then.
You got it.
I'm guessing that's the... I think I know where that is. We'll get there in a second. They're gathering everyone whose emotions are still intact into the royal villa. I'll bet Prince Percival and the girl were taken there. Yeah, why couldn't we just fight all three of those at once? Why did we only fight, like, just the one? I guess it was a decoy thing. But even then, surely, like, everybody would have been like, no, fight all three of them. I don't know. Maybe it was one of those sort of like urgent moments where you couldn't really do that. So it says we've got to sneak in. Is it around here then, or is it back? It's catacombs. I think I know where we need to go. Like I said, I think it's ages ago when we had to go into the sewers, didn't we? The palace and royal villa and our temples dedicated to the great Nobunat. None save the Lord Shepherd Artorias are permitted to enter. None may enter. None may enter. Really? Just 2 guards stopping us from doing that? There's nothing stopping us from just kicking the door down and going up to him and saying, look, we'll pay for the damage. No? Okay, fine. We'll go the long way then. Anything to stretch the game out. In fact, we've got a surfboard. What we're doing? At least nobody's stopping us. Apart from, obviously, these Malachine demon angel girl things. At least they're pretty. At least they got that sort of paradise bit right. Yeah, I think it's down here we've got to go. I'm pretty sure it is. I could be wrong. Yes, I was right.
So those weren't demons. They were Malachim.
Yes. They were probably ordered to hunt down any humans who still possess free will. Inominat isn't whole, and his suppressive powers are not yet absolute.
Ah, that'll be why then.
So he must be using the Malachim to find anyone he missed and process them. Sounds like him.
Yep.
Process?
Be it a prince or a little girl.
Little girl. Oops, wrong button.
I wonder if Tabitha's alright.
I don't think she'll be suppressed so easily.
Aye. She's got more grit than the average soldier.
But even if she resists suppression, if the Abbey finds her, she'd stand out even more with us. She ran an entire shadow network. Finding a place to hide will be child's play for her.
Maybe she was just pretending to be an old woman.
Huh? But I really loved Tabitha's cooking.
I'm just kidding. You don't run into a woman that tough every day.
She's been living in society's shadows since before we were born. If she heard you were worried, she'd laugh and say you're wasting your time.
Then we should be on our way to the villa.
Sounds like a plan. Before we do, first we're going to go and get that glyph thing over there so we can basically just, I suppose, surf our way through, because I can't imagine the enemies being any stronger. If they are, we shall fight them. And secondly, I'm going to then save the game, and we're going to call that a video. And next time we shall make our way through the catacombs and onto the villa and find out who has survived this process of banishing free will, and then see if we can save them. Probably can't. They'll probably all get turned into dragons or demons or Malachim. It's going to be a bit unpleasant. But either way, we'll kill them all and free them in that sort of retrospect anyway. So, with that being said and done, can I say thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have. The game is, again, getting much more and more interesting. Still can't wait to see where this is going to go. Yeah, looking forward to it. I'm hoping it is coming towards its end. Not like I'm saying it's overstayed its welcome or anything, but, it's a big game, and to be fair, a lot of RPGs like this are, so again, good value for money and all that, but it would be nice to see the ending at last. But either way, we shall do so, at least until, I don't know, something bad happens. But until then, anyway, all the best, guys and girls. Take it easy, have a good one, stay safe in these troubled times. I hope you're well, and if you're not, you're getting better. And if you are well, staying safe as well. And I'll see you in the next video, and until then, bye for now.